Hi, everyone. It's Linda G. It's November 15th. And I just got done having a van come to wash my dogs. I had a real good dog groomer, but they moved across town and it's just such a hassle, especially if you're not guaranteed parking. So these people pulled right up in my driveway. Now it costs a little more, but it's worth it. So they did a really good job. So I couldn't come on and do my gig until these guys were done. It took them several hours. So my dogs are traumatized to sleep in the other room. Yeah, they didn't like that. Not one bit. If you, all you got to do if you want them to get out of your way, say, you want a bath? Oh, where's the next exit? So, okay. So, how are you guys doing? I have a lot of questions. I got some answers while the questions were being asked, so I'll hit that. I also want to tap into, and I feel pretty good today. I slept really good last night. So I want to tap into a higher collective consciousness to try to answer some of these questions, maybe even visit Roosevelt, etc. But first things first, and I hope you all saw that Markwayne video on every news station that was around when he told that union guy, yeah, come on, you want to take me on now? And Bernie Sanders had to say, hey, you're a United States Senator. And Leslie Jones did a thing on Daily Show where she's like, come on, we want to see them fight. But this guy's, I guess, short because they did a picture of him at a podium with someone else, and he had to have one of those step things. So he's short. Not that that makes any difference. Some really mean people can be really short, like they're making up for it. But Markwayne of Oklahoma, his outburst. And then, you know, Mark Meadows, he did clip him in the back. I'm telling you right now, I don't care how much he lies. They all lie. But he clipped him in the kidneys. That's for sure. But he won't be doing it again. He denied it. They got the one person that said he did do it, but it's not going to be enough to like get him in trouble. Sorry about that. Markwayne, what's the outcome for you? Some people like that. Some people like that, especially your Oklahoma cowboy. They're like, yeah, take this sucker on. He wants to talk trash. Make him pay. This guy, my shirt's all up in here. This guy won't pursue him anymore. He was writing to him on Twitter. He won't pursue that anymore. There's half and half. There's a lot of people making fun of Markwayne. Leslie Jones said, well, you know his parents couldn't be bothered with him because they had two names and didn't even bother separating them. So anyway, but not that that's true. What's going to happen with Markwayne? What's going to happen with Markwayne? Oh, show a line of mercy, only the truth. What's going to happen? And if you all watched me with Mel Monday on my show, I told everyone that I really felt that that they would come up with some sort of budget. And I was surprised because when the question was asked, will they come up with a budget? Initially, I thought I was going into arrears, but I felt right then and there, yes. Now, what arrears may happen down the road, but this guy, he's in trouble now with Beavis and Butthead guy, whatever his name is, and MTG. They're very mad at him for letting the Democrats outvote that in. Doggone if you do, doggone if you don't. Ooh, it's not good for him. That anger will come back and hit him hard. Could be within, I don't know when he's running again, but within 2 years, he's got a lot of loss here. He might actually have trouble because of money, you guys. 5 of Pentacles. he might end up having some big issues. He loves his ooh, entertainment purposes only. I guess he has a sidekick. Maybe this gets found out. I hope I'm totally wrong. But there's some sort of scandal, or there's something he's putting money towards that he shouldn't. I don't know if he's married or what, but there's something that's going to come and hit him in the you know what. Now, Hunter Biden is going to subpoena Bill Barr, Trump. I'm not quite sure of the reasons, but I just want to ask, will this help Hunter Biden get these people off his back? They're like leeches. They're just not leaving. Will Hunter Biden be able to get these people off his back by these lawsuits? I feel he has good attorneys, and I also feel like his attorneys are going to be able to nip this in the butt. Here's the death card. So this will change something. Something will change because of this. They might even see that they overextended or went out of their way above and beyond an individual citizen, because he may be the president's son, but he's not working in the White House. Ooh, could he actually get some money from this? Starts with a 600,000. He's so sick. Oh, Biden is just holding on to him as hard as he can. What he doesn't want is so much pressure that his son, goes down the wrong end. His son goes through a hardship. Hunter Biden might even have some money troubles. He's just trying to sort it out. He's asking for the higher realm. He might not have been very connected to his spiritual side, but he's beginning to now. The tower. So there's listen, the tower with the 9 of cups, that means something's really going to go in his favor. If it was the tower and the 10 of swords, I say, ooh, no, this ain't going to work out. Might even get hit by a bus. No, this is like, whoa, it's going to shock everybody else. But he's got the 9 of cups, which is wishes come true. Look at this, the Queen of Cups, which might even be a female judge. Money, he's definitely going to get some money from this. And it shows diligent work, hold your ground. So it might not even be till next summer. This is all done and dusted, but it's going to happen. I like it. I like it. Now, you guys were asking about the Iceland eruption. That's a good question. Where's my... Okay. Let me try to look at it. The cards won't really help me. I have to kind of psychically tap into it. There's a lot of fissures. That's what I'm saying. The Iceland eruption. Well, it's not going to be like Vesuvius or whatever the name of that volcano. It's not going to be a huge boom. It feels like that kind of thing. Will the volcano in Iceland, yeah, it's going to erupt. Will it cause damage? Yes. Will it take lives, human lives? No, because they gave them enough time to get the heck out of Dodge. I feel damage. I feel like, but slow. It feels like slow moving lava. Did they have one like that go off in Hawaii? Because it feels like slow moving lava. They're going to know when it's going to go off. So, okay, let's ask this. Let's see if it works. Will it go off in the month of November? Yeah, maybe even within the next week or so. The good news is no deaths. That's the good news. Okay, so that baby's going off. And I feel something behind that too, but I don't know which one yet. Okay, so the next question is Alina Habba, duck face. She always sits like this, or parted a little bit. They said she disappeared for a while at the hearing. And was she trying to negotiate a settlement? I'm hearing no as clear as day. There is no negotiating because he's already been found guilty. Now, what's her face from Congress is trying to file something against the judge, and it's a nothing burger. And they keep getting mad about the gal that's sitting next to him, and they keep making a fit, and they're saying he's prejudiced, but that's because they keep putting forward stupid things. There's nothing of substance. And he just can't believe that they got him. You know what I'm saying? He just can't believe that he could possibly be wiped out. Okay, let's look. This December. This New York case that's going on right now. What's going to happen to Trump? What is the deposition or outcome of this case? A judgment is coming about the monies, okay? But this is the key. This is what I want to tell you guys, and I've been saying this. It's going to be the IRS coming in behind them. He'll say, okay, you can't do business anymore in New York. You're this, you're that. Oh, Trump is going to be like his head bursting off. Trump is going to be, he's taken away everything from him. He's taken away everything from him. Trump's going to try to juggle what he can. This is the end of Trump. This is so bad, you guys. He'll have some people come in and say, I'll help you. But it feels like he's coming out of New York. It's like, whatever, I don't need you guys. I'm in Florida. And then Trump's mad. I don't know why I see Don Jr., but he's like yelling at Don Jr. He just doesn't feel that they ran his company correctly. That's what I'm getting. And he's blaming them for all this, which is not really their fault. He just thinks it's a Biden administration trying to take him down. That's what he's feeling. That's what he's feeling. But this is maybe December. It's coming up, you guys. But he's going to lose all of it, plus his head. Okay, hold on. I have this on. I don't want this on. Okay, here we go. Now, separation of church and state. This is the way we're supposed to be. This isn't the way we've been. Will the United States of America ever truly concentrate on separation of church and state? I'm going to ask Franklin D. Roosevelt. I see those beautiful eyes. He's coming into me very young. He's still smoking. Either that or he's just you know, they don't need cigarettes over there. Franklin, may I call you Mr. President Franklin Roosevelt? He worked so hard. He loved his wife. She was very smart. He enjoyed her company, but she was always too busy for him, and he just couldn't keep his wanting attention. He always wanted attention from other women. He was a player, which was much more tolerated back in those days, but he never really wanted to lose Eleanor. That's what I'm hearing. Although he almost did leave her for this other woman. He has a lot of regrets about that, you guys. He broke her heart. So, President Roosevelt, tell me about separation of church and state, the foundation of this nation. Okay. But you know that's not what's happening now. Everything is about religion now. It's interesting. He just showed me a picture. You know those Chinese lanterns that go up in the air and then they dissipate because they burn out? He's saying that all these lanterns of these people trying to make this a Christian state are going to burn out. It's going to burn out because there's more of the youth coming in this world that don't think like that. That's not how they roll, especially if it involves judging others. You know, you come off like you're a peace, love, dove, and then you name call and you decide, you know, what people can do with their own bodies and stuff. That's not Christian. That's something else. Well, maybe it is Christian, but it's not the Christ that I know and love. Hold on. Speaking of Christ, I'm seeing Jesus. He's kneeling down and he's got his hand in water and he's doing this. He's just flowing. Okay. So he's showing how the resistance that's caused by people who think in terms of their way or the highway, it creates a resistance. You want it to flow. You don't want the nation to judge, although there's a lot of evil people out there that will do what they can to hurt you. He still wants you to know that they're always with us and they want it to flow. That's what he's saying. I love you and will always love you. I'm here to bring you peace. Please don't be afraid. Proclaiming your love for God or Christ is fine, but do not use your tongue to hurt others. He who is first will be last. Once you think you're better than another human being, you've already damaged yourself. But we have plenty of room to help you through in whatever way you want. He did like this with his, like kissing his, and then putting it towards us. Your life is eternal. The problem with the humans on earth is that they don't understand that enough to live in the present and can keep doing things that will create more reincarnation. If you damage yourself and you keep damaging yourself, what you don't realize is you'll have to go through this again. Those who are free of these man-made energy forms or, judgments, those who are free of that will find eternal life. For even the men that came into Jerusalem and killed those children and raped those babies, it's damnation. But they can get through it if they release, but they have to relive every single person they hurt. Every single person they hurt. They have to feel the pain and absolute terror they went through. There is no free spot here. There's no getting away with anything. If you really are sorry for what you did, that's what the Catholic Church does with confessions, I believe. Actually, a long time ago, they told me sometimes if you confess and you really are sorry, sometimes you can receive forgiveness on earth. But, don't judge yourself too harshly, because that's plenty of love over there for you. So don't sit and worry about, I should have done this or that. No, they love you. Absolutely love you. But remember free will. And interrupting with somebody's free will, taking their life, or even parents are famous for this. Live the way I want you to live. No, this is what you're going to do. You need to treat me this way for me to, my feeling towards you is what makes you whole. That's not how it works. and you hurt yourself, and then you got to relive that. So anyway, I don't know what I went off on. Will Jack Smith remove Judge Cannon? I think I saw a yes on this, but let's just double check. Will Jack remove? Thank you, President Roosevelt. Did he play golf when he was younger? Because I know he was in a wheelchair, but I just saw him with a golf club. Linda, we are watching you. I see Jack Kennedy. I see Eisenhower too. We're watching you. You keep up with helping people to calm down. It is mad now, but know for sure that within the next couple of years, things will come out. There will be no more Trump. That's what he said. He is part of the symptom. He is intercepting from sort of like the evil of life, and he's repeating, he's spewing out ugly, but he will be no more. I feel like imploding, like he will be no more. When he's gone, there'll be some people trying to act like they're like him, but they're not. Okay, Jack Smith, will you remove Judge Cannon? Jack Smith has a plan to remove her. Jack Smith already knows, oh, he's good. He's good, you guys. Oh, guess who I see? I see Ruth. Ruth Ginsberg. Ruth. She's back. She was a pretty lady. She's a little lady. Ruth, can you help us real quick? It's really weird. She's kind of saying it's not for me to look into the future. But I can tell you not to worry about Judge Cannon. She has a lot of work to do. And Jack will remind her of it. Okay, but that's not giving us the download. You know, we want to know, is she exit stage left? She left this earth, and she says, as awful as it was par for the course. It was something that was supposed to happen because the Supreme Court of the United States is going through some changes. Okay, we'll look at that next. So, she's a big disappointment, unfortunately. Yeah. He's going to ask her to exit stage left, and the judgment will come against her. Amen. I'm telling you, I know it sounds cray-cray, but I often felt, maybe not directly from Trump, but I often felt like he was telling somebody, tell the judge, I want to get rid of Justice Roberts, and I want her to be the chief. Not that he meant it, but he was telling her that. Justice Cannon will be removed. Now let's see if we can get a time frame. When will Justice Cannon be removed? November? No. December? No. January? No. February? No. March? No. April? Yes. April of next year. Okay. All right. And now let's do the ethic rules for the Supreme Court. Tee-hee. God, I got several pages of questions. The ethic rules for the Supreme Court. Now, this is fine and dandy, but there's no way of self-policing on this that's going to make people happy. They're still complaining, by the way. Ooh, the wind is blowing outside. Okay, thank you, Ruth. Ruth just said this is all part of what was supposed to happen. And there'll be limited terms. It's no lifetime. The Supreme Court has turned into something that she wouldn't have even guessed. Remember, she had that real conservative, what's his name, that dropped dead. Died in his sleep. He's over there too. But she said, this is all this was supposed to happen. All of this will take place probably within the next 2 or 3 years. She just said after Justice Thomas is gone. So I guess Justice Thomas is leaving sooner than later. I love it. Somebody said to me, is Mar-a-Lago being foreclosed? I heard no, but I see he's going to have to sell it. But I didn't see foreclosed. Z from China. Is he nervous about Putin's health? What happens today? Z's economy's gone downhill. His approval ratings, even though he would never tell us, is bad. They want to come to they were desperate enough to meet because they want to come to some agreement with the United States to make some cash. You know, they're just, the population is going down. Remember, China used to be the place where the population was going up. Churchill is here. I haven't seen, he's younger. It's hard to recognize him. He's not that old man anymore. Oh, so he's telling me that President Xi might be stepping down. There might be something coming up where he's not in charge, but the economy for China will be much improved thanks to an agreement with the United States. They really had a taste in their mouth for Taiwan, is what he's saying. But not to worry. Is he worried about Putin's health? Yes. He's worried about Putin's health because Putin is on life support, is what I just heard. Maybe not literally speaking, but Putin's not doing good because, you know, he would be furious about this meeting. And you know who else we haven't been hearing from is North Korea leader. They're awfully quiet. I think, and you know, just give me a moment. I think the North Korea might have even tried to do something stupid, or Iran or somebody did something stupid with a nuke. And I think the realm, the UFOs, they managed to stop it. They have had a taste of what will happen. Because I told you the UFOs are all over Ukraine, all over Russia. And I heard that Biden called for some sort of ship to be shot down because it was going to interrupt with flight patterns, commercial flight patterns. But it wasn't a UFO. That's what I heard. This might have been a spy ship or something. Because we've already shot down several of China's spy ships. And UFOs go, they don't sit there and wait for you to shoot them down. Okay. Senator Tuberville. But we'll come to an agreement. I felt this years ago. I said this. We'll come to an agreement with China, and down the road, China will be our friend. I know people can't see that, but down the road, I see all of us getting along really well. And listen, the stock market went through the roof yesterday. And this China agreement will really bring things up. And even President Xi, you know what happened is Trump was saying that China was the reason that for the COVID, the China virus and all this. And none of that, you know, well, maybe, yeah, they were working on it, but if they didn't want to hurt their own economy, and that's what it did, it hurt their own economy. So I see Z putting out his hand. Now, nobody trusts nobody. They also are worried about if Trump gets back in there. But don't you worry, because things are going to work out really well, and Trump will not get back in there, period. Tuberville. So the Senate will move to help unblock 350 military promotions. And I see them going through. I see them being able to get that. It will not apply to the Joint Chiefs, but I see them being able to get a big swath of people through. Tuberville is going downhill, by the way. I do not see him being re-voted in. Tom Cotton, the senator from Arkansas, he goes up for a vote in 2026. Will he win? I just heard no. I have to go when I hear that no. Let's double check. Will Tom Cotton win in 2026? It's saying no. He was thinking about running for president, and he got a lot of hassle or grief. Will Rudy flip on Trump? No, Rudy's not going to flip, believe it or not. He's afraid to. You know, Trump was the mob boss. Rudy is just going downhill. I'm almost feeling like a slithering snake. You know, it's not for me to judge another human being, but he's really stuck. He's stuck wherever he's at. So Highway 10, what happened? That's the LA highway that's causing all kinds of grief. So apparently under the freeway, it was being leased to Apex. They own the land underneath. They have not been paying their lease. They have they really don't get along with the state of California, with Caltrans. So they've been out of compliance. They're the ones, there's two or three people I see. It might not be the big ones, but they lit that baby up. They also wanted insurance from it. They will find out who they are, because listen, they think they're going to get money from this. They didn't even pay their lease. But it was something that someone did. It was a deliberate arson. That's what I get. But they're going to get this back up and going. Listen, we lost from a truck, a fuel truck, on the over-ramp when you're going to go either to the Bay Bridge or you're going to go towards, Oakland. A truck hit, I think he fell asleep and it imploded, and it burnt the top one down, and including the bottom one. And everybody thought, oh my God, it's the main thoroughfare. I think they had that baby up and running in 2 months. And some other state had something happen. I thought they just need to know the name of the people that did ours, and theirs was up and running in no time. So, okay, the Univision executives. I don't know if y'all heard about this, but Trump had a meeting with them, and all of a sudden they're not going to do any more of Biden's campaign commercials. Suddenly, well, I'm Mexican, so I can say my people can be bought pretty easy. This was all about, because he's telling them, look at my poll numbers. I'm going to win, and I'm going to do this for you and that for you, just like Judge Cannon. And yeah, it was some underhanded. And it'll even come out what happened, because somebody's going to tell the story. So will it hurt Biden? No. Just give it a little bit more time. With Biden making this good stuff because I don't see President Z walking away saying, screw you guys, I don't want. No, I see him coming up with an agreement, something good that will work for his country. And we're glad to help, because they're really suffering. I mean, it's really bad in China. So, because that's interesting how Putin would come in and try to act like, yeah, they're going to help. No, They did it because he wanted to have a little face-to-face, but there was really nothing they could give him. Maybe some military stuff. Okay, so what do you want everybody to know? First, let me tell you a joke real quick, okay? Did I ever tell you guys the joke about Luigi? It's one of my favorite jokes. Please just stay for a minute and listen to this. So Luigi was with his friends at the bar, and Luigi's coming down the street, and they see a beautiful woman in a white Cadillac pull up next to Luigi. They see him get in the car, and he takes off. They don't see him. So they're in the bar. They're coming out of the bar. Here comes Luigi pulling up in the white Cadillac. They said, Luigi, what happened? He said, I don't tell you because you don't believe me. No, tell us what happened. How did you get this car? He says, well, do you remember that beautiful woman that pulled over and picked me up in the white Cadillac? I said, yeah. He said, hey, what are your name? I said, my name Luigi. She said, get in the car. So I get in the car. So she drives up into the back roads and she takes me up on a hill. And she says, Luigi, get out of the car. So I get out of the car. So she gets out of the car and she walks around and she look at me. And she'd take off her top and she'd take off her skirt. Then she'd take off her bra. Then she'd take off her panties. And she'd look at me and she'd say, Luigi, take what you want. So I take the car. And his friend said, of course you take the car, you dummy. What are you going to do? Take the clothes? Sorry, I had to tell you guys. I forgot about that joke. It used to be one of my favorites. So I just had to give you a little laugh. You know how I am. Okay, you guys, let's ask. What do you want everyone to know? This Sunday is Sterling Day, which I'm excited. And then Andre's tomorrow. And be sure to go to my community page and watch that Thanksgiving 2-minute videos. Hysterical. You probably don't even know how to spell indigenous. Because the guy says, we're on Cherokee land. She says, shut up. You probably don't even know how to spell indigenous. Oh, God. Okay. I would love to have Leslie Jones at my house for Thanksgiving. Oh, heck yeah. Her and I'd be laughing. Okay. What do you want? Hold on. I'm getting all kinds of signals here. They're actually smiling. I see more than I see. I normally don't see their faces, but I see these smiles come. Maybe it's because of that joke with Leslie. I don't know. Somebody just is showing me a beating heart in their hand. But this is an omnipresent being. This is not even, it's got a physical hand, a spiritual hand, but it's not really a human. So I don't know what that means. We have the heart of your nation in our hand. Fear not. Okay, thank you, Ruth. So Ruth is saying, for instance, it seemed tragic that she left when she left, and at the end of the day, you'll see how well it worked out. Don't think of Trump as tragedy. Okay. Because at the end of the day, it will work out. He will not take over this nation. There are too many good in this nation. Your pulse is in our hand. Your beating heart is in our hand. And we are here to help you. Many people have even stopped listening because the news is running with this Trump thing. It's not real. They're telling me to tell you it's not real. That whole poll thing, somebody said that they only call landlines. Who the hell owns landlines? I have a landline. That's because I have this readings, but nobody picks up a landline anymore. Nobody calls my landline. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, they just showed me something, okay? They showed me when Hillary Clinton lost, he was supposed to come in. I know you guys are upset about that, but remember, everybody's like, well, I guess we read the polls wrong. It's like, how could we be so wrong? We are wrong again. Okay? Well, it's not we. They are wrong again. They do it for money. They do it for fear. And shame on them for that. Shame on them. There's a lot of good people in the news, but they shouldn't be acting like this guy even has a possibility. It's like, why is the GOP even bothering to have a debate? All of them are like 40 points behind. Just let Trump go in there and blow everything up. So what do you want? Okay, so karmically we are safe. We will be a star this nation, as ugly as we have been in slavery and natives and all this ugliness and these right-wing conspiracy theorists, as ugly, we have the karmic star. We will be something that God will be proud of. God or whoever it is, Allah, whoever you want. We will accept all nations. We will be the light in the darkness. It's a lot of work. A lot of work to come up. We'll be busting our buns. And there's definitely disappointments. Okay? Be careful about judging others. So I would say even by next June, we're going, see, this is us getting over troubled waters. We're moving slowly, but we'll get to the other side. Things will be improving. They want you to know. Things will be improving. And look at our guy up here. Look at this. Who's that? That's Biden. His cup runneth over. Yeah, you guys, you know, my friend Dan wants me to do just a show on Biden, and I'll do that because I want to bring up all the good things he's done. And let me remind you again, yes, he's old. See, 9 of Cups is the outcome. So good news, Kamala will eventually be our president. They're going to give her a bad time too. There's always people in there giving a bad time. She couldn't run now and win, okay? But let me tell you something. I don't care about JFK or Stein or any of those. They're not, Biden's going to win. And the thing is with him is, and I've said this before, he's an older man. Yeah, he's getting older. I'm very geriatric, you know, you can see in his affect. But he's doing it because he knows he can beat Trump. He could retire. He could be with his family. He could help his son Biden. He doesn't have to put up with this stuff. Look at him. Now he's entertaining President Z. He's doing everything he can to save this nation. And he's doing it, believe it or not, in a Catholic kind of, he's got that integrity, that basic light inside of him. He wants man to be good. Jesus, he lost his wife and his daughter, his son. The man has suffered, but he knows that this nation needs him. And he's willing to sacrifice. Because it's not, you know, sure, I wouldn't mind being president and have my meals brought to me until any time of night, day or night. If I get a taste in my mouth for a chili cheese dog, I'm going to get my chili cheese dog. You know what I'm saying? Notice how that's the most important thing. But he really is just, Trump is not real. Trump is a condition, like a bad rash, and we just got to get the appropriate medicine to get rid of it. And all these people that are adoring him, they're hurting themselves. We must pray that these people will find the way, because it's not helping. That ugliness towards mankind will soon be a thing of the past. It might take 2 years total, but soon this is going away, because our youth is coming. Sure, some of our youth can't help it. They're raised by parents who are angry. But remember the Tuesday voting. Even moms of liberty lost their pachikas. You know, it's like we no sooner have all this good news, and now we're complaining. No. That's what I'm here for. Remember, I didn't want to do a YouTube channel. I said, well, I don't want to get up and brush my hair. And they said, Linda, you will help calm them down. And that's my purpose here. Even if I have to repeat it 20,000 times, I don't want you to be in fear. Fear is the killer. Fear is the thing that can cause that anxiety and injury. And don't be fearful of nukes, because nukes are not in the picture right now. Okay? No. Period. No. But I do see little terrorist actions taking place. Is there anything that people should know coming up? People are planning. There's some real ugly planning going on. But I actually see the FBI. Did you see that lady, a Republican, talking to the FBI saying, do you guys really need a new FBI? Don't you think we should just cut the FBI in half and you won't need a bigger building? And she was talking about how the walls are falling down around them. Yeah, we need the FBI. So hold on one second. Sorry, I had to leave for a second. My dogs like their little squeaky balls, and the guy came. He's so sweet. He always rings the doorbell so he can put it in the garage. Anyway, so there will be no nukes. Let's just take a quick look. See, let's ask for the week coming up. And also, have you guys been experiencing dizziness? Because I've been having like my ears really ringing. You know, I went through a bad spell of vertigo. My niece Ashley wrote me and said, Auntie, does it run in the family? I don't know about running in the family, but now she's a light worker. And I think sometimes energetically, when you're connecting to universal consciousness, it's absolutely fantastic, but sometimes physically it can be tough on you. Somebody's going to get in big trouble at court with money. Oh, I bet you that's Trump. I bet you that's Trump. The karmic stars on top, like I told you guys before, with our beautiful President Biden. So what's up? Ooh. There's no action here that feels like it's Armageddon. I'm not seeing anything good news about money for this nation. Now, let's just it won't hurt. I don't want to focus too much on him, but we got to ask, because when it happens, then we're all excited. Just tell us about Trump. Will he drop out of the race? Well, a girl can wish, right? Drop out of the race. So then I'll let you guys go, because I know I don't like to keep you hanging for too long. What's going to happen coming up with Donald Trump? Here we go, you guys. It's beautiful. I love this kind of weather. You know, overcast, drizzly. He's a fool on a fool's errand. He's got the 10 of swords in his house. Be patient, you guys. He will implode, okay? And he's running a fool's errand. And there's a lot of tension with him, a lot of tension. And here's a Queen of Swords. You know, whoever that person was, I can't remember her name, the Republican that tried to put charges against that judge, it's going to fall to the wayside. She's actually got no business doing that. Yeah, Trump has got the Chariot, so don't rush. He's not able to maintain. He does such stupid things. It feels like he might even get, being that the 10 of swords are in his house, this is under pressure. This is maybe getting another, hey, buddy, you're not allowed to say that. That's what I'm getting. I'm not seeing violence or anything like that, so let's keep that in our heart, because next week is Thanksgiving. Will somebody try to start something on Thanksgiving? Will there be some sort of Thanksgiving? No. No, but I see engine troubles or something to do with an airplane. I see something to do with an airplane. I don't know about a crash. I see engine troubles. They might even stop it before a crash, but I see engine troubles. I see the Federal Aviation really, because it's hard for them to get staff, and I'm seeing that there's some things, inspections that are showing that they're not taking care of the planes as well as they should, but I don't see any crash. I'm not seeing that now, and I would tell you. All right, you guys, I love you all. Catch you on the other side. I'll talk to you before Thanksgiving. Cheers.